Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for April 14th, Friday. I am doing it on the day of. I usually do it a day before, but things got busy yesterday, as it sometimes does. I like to do a 3-card collective reading every day, in case you're new here and you don't know about that. And I like to pick a different deck every day. Yesterday we did the Danielle Noel, Rebecca Campbell's Star Child, and today we have Moonchild Tarot. So I've just been on a little kick of theirs. This deck is just so pretty. So pretty. It's got the edge color, very thick, beautiful book. It's got, and then the nice foil backing. Let's see what we get for today. It is a little bit big. Get my hands around. Maybe I'll do it sideways. Rifle. Okay. Let's take from the center. Whoa, 6 of Wands. And 8 of Cups. And 5 of Pentacles. Okay, let's zoom on in and see what we get. Generally, I'm getting that this is the kind of day that you might have to work a little extra to see the bright side. Not because life is so bad, but there's just sometimes we have like blatantly good days, which you just can't deny. You're having a great day, everything's turning out right. There's other days which are fairly neutral, good and bad, you know. And then there's our attitude, or the way we see things, the way we take it in, the way we react, the way. Yesterday I was blessed that my day went fine, even though, you know, I had to wait a little while to pick up my son, just in little things, but I could see the friction and conflict going on in other people. And you know, you can choose to stay out of it. You can try to be a moderator if you want to. Just depends, or you could take sides, and I'm not the kind of person that likes to take sides. So it's so I mostly stayed out of it, but I tried to see the best in the situation. So the 6 of Wands, it's interesting, we have kind of like this duality. It could be taking sides type of energy. But 8 of Cups is good because it's like, in this case, I think 8 of Cups is the right idea. It's not about judging one way or the other. It's not about taking sides. It's not about somebody being right or wrong. It just is what it is. And you might have to just step away from it. The 5 of Pentacles, though, is, to me, is purely the way you react to something. So you have a choice, actually. You can choose to not see it as so bad. You have the choice to step into the light. There's lots of choices here, because the 5 of Pentacles, like in the traditional tarot, shows the little couple out in the snow with bandages, and I mean, they look, you know, it's obvious. It could be real people that really are suffering, but it could be like, oh my gosh, look at me, woe is me. It's a little bit woe is me kind of energy, because there's a church right there, and they could turn around and go inside and get the help they need, or get food or shelter, whatever. So it could be a little bit of pity party happening here. Maybe not with you, maybe somebody else, you know, maybe somebody's trying to suck you into their misery loves company kind of energy, and you have to decide, you know what, I don't really need this energy. I'm going to walk away from it. It's up to you, like what you need to do for your own self-preservation. Sometimes that's how we have to see things. But other times, you know, if you're moved to try to comfort someone, to help them somehow, some way, even just to believe in themselves, it could actually turn out good for you. I'm going to examine just a little bit more according to the author and see if anything comes out. But the image is really beautiful with the water. I feel like this is a nice place to be right here. Like this is good energy. And this even feels more like hermit energy. Like it's not such a bad thing. It's just needing time alone. Like, you know, if you're not feeling well, if you're feeling under the weather or something, if you have a headache or something like that, of course, you know, it's not, you don't feel great, and that happens. You can't just sit there and say, oh, I feel wonderful. That's being in denial, right? But how you choose to sit with your pain or your your discomforts is up to you. So you can take a little moment to yourself. You can spend a quiet day. You can listen to music, something like that, something that's soothing and that eases the situation instead of compounding it by thinking about the things that hurt so much, you know, like, oh, my head hurts, oh, my head hurts, oh, my head hurts, oh, my head hurts, you know. But you can address it, sure. You can say, what can I do to help my head? Maybe I'll take a nap, maybe I'll take some Tylenol, you know, whatever. You know, the things, you can do something practical, you can do something spiritual, but I think doing something more progressive and you know, taking care of the situation instead of sitting in it and feeling sorry for yourself in the situation. You know what I mean? It's kind of like take action to help yourself feel better if you need to, but you can sit and cry. You could do whatever you want to. I feel like it's just got to be some kind of action you take, because I think the warning of the Five of Pentacles is seeing yourself as in lack, you know, seeing the lack, and it's okay to see the lack, but not for a long period of time, because then you're attracting more of it and you see yourself as lack. It's okay to witness it in the moment and deal with it as long as you need to, but not overly much, you know, like don't hold on to it so much. Like, definitely give yourself plenty of time to see the good things too, because there's still good all around you, even in those moments where you're not feeling well. You could have a pretty sunny day, and what if the same day you're not feeling good, you got lucky and you didn't have to go to work, and so now you can feel the pleasure of just resting, you know, the pleasure of sleeping on your bed or sitting on your couch and hanging out outside in the sun, whatever. So those little mini pleasures within the picture of not feeling so well are the little joys that you can tap into on a day like today. Now some of this can be just self-imposed. You don't have to think of lack mentality at all. You can let that go, and I feel like maybe a lot of you are doing that. Six of Wands is kind of is a certain way of looking at things, but it's also the way people look at you too, and it's being the beloved. It's being exalted, being the one that everybody admires and puts on a pedestal, so to speak. Did I say Pentacles? I meant Six of Wands, but anyway. So it's an illustration of a mystic beneath the full moon and the caduceus form, which is health, right? It represents health, and it's illumination, and it's balanced wisdom, and it's the yin and yang and the principles of spirit, and she's holding both aspects. And there's a lot of duality going on here, and she's gathering and anchoring her power and energy into creativity. But this is definitely good fortune and accomplishment and victory. So I think, you know, what you achieve today is going to put you in a strong position. It's just a loving light onto yourself, your accomplishments, your achievements, your enthusiasm, and generally positive energy, and anything that is, maybe there's a little bit of feeling of being on your high horse or on a pedestal and feeling sort of that, you know, you have to come off of it and kind of go off to yourself a little bit. Maybe a shadow came over it just a bit, but I don't necessarily see that. I feel like you're seeing an accomplishment and you're approaching the day, the way you approach the day, actually. You're kind of feeling good that you're approaching it in a very, you know, exalted way. So it's almost as if before anything happens, you see that you can handle it. Like you see, it's kind of like, God doesn't give me anything that I can't handle. It's sort of like you start the day with a prayer maybe, or meditation. And then that makes the day a little bit easier. So with the Eight of Cups, it's kind of like letting go of negative energy. You're letting go of things that are not working for you. And yeah, and any burdens or any false beliefs or things that just don't work. But this is also healing and just and so that healing, relaxed energy going into the Five of Pentacles, even though it's Five of Pentacles, I still believe it's a little bit more like the Hermit card than the full out lack mentality. I feel like it's a kind of combination of both. It's like starting, you know, lack thoughts creeping in and you conquering them, you know, you saying it's okay, I don't feel well, or something is not sitting right, but I'm not going to dwell on the negative. I'm going to also see the positive, and I'm going to move on. And yeah, so I feel like it's generally a successful day because of the Six of Wands. It's like you're conquering these, you know, lack mentality energies that might creep in due to actual physical discomfort sometimes, you know. So I don't think it doesn't feel like anybody's saying to you, or anything that's negative happening in like a workplace, like any work that you're doing that's not right. I feel like it's just mostly your inner voice that you have to conquer today. All right, so I think you will. It's positive, so I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.